Do you want to start a craft business, but you don't have a lot of money? Well, I have a few tips in which you can start your craft business on a budget. Coming up next. Hi, I'm Diette, and welcome to Turtle Creativity, where we make crafting and crocheting easy. Today, I'm really excited to share with you a few tips on how you can start your crafting business on a budget. Now let's jump right into the tips. So, first things first, narrow your focus. Now, I know as a crafter myself, it is hard to hear someone to say, narrow your focus. As a crafter, we have tons of ideas, many different things that we can create and many things that we like to provide services for. But when you're starting out on a budget, it's best to narrow the things that you want to create down to two things. Yes, that's right. I know. 1 or 2 items only. Because when you are buying for those products, it's easier to buy in bulk and save. Instead of buying this little thing and that little thing and this little thing, if you're able to narrow your focus down and only focus on 1 or 2 items in which you're producing or 1 or 2 services that you're providing, you're able to mass produce that item easier, and you're able to purchase the materials needed to create it, to package it, to ship it out in bulk. And that in the long run will save you money. Now, just because you're starting out with only creating 1 or 2 items, it doesn't mean you have to stay with just creating 1 or 2 items for your business. As the name of you begins to spread, as the items that you're selling begin to increase, as those services that you're providing gets out there, then you are able to slowly add additional items to your product list or to the services in which you provide. Trust me, I do understand that all of those creative ideas that you have, just make a list and write them down. And as I said, as your business grows, as the word spreads, you can look at that list and begin to slowly add those items to the things that you are able to create and the services that you are able to provide. Okay, this next tip is important whether you are rolling on a budget or whether you don't even have a budget, whether your budget is just endless and you just got tons of money. You need to know your worth. You need to know exactly how much you are worth to your clients or whoever you're providing a service for. So, in order to know your worth and create those prices, you need to first look at what are you doing. So if you're creating an item, you need to know exactly how much does it cost to create one of them. How much materials do you need? How much does it cost to ship it? How much does it cost to package it? You need to know all of the prices and fees involved in creating just one. If you provide a service, for example, if you are holding workshops or you're holding classes, how much gas and oil does it take for you to get from your home and to that location? Consider all of that. Also think about the time does it take for you to create that item. Time is money, y'all. So definitely take the time and think about how long does it take me to create whatever it is that you're selling. Factor all of that in so that you can fully understand what your worth is. Then, before you set a price, look at your competition. Research and see who in your area is creating or doing something similar to you. How much are they charging? Are they pricing it higher than what you were thinking, or were they below what you were thinking? Now, that doesn't mean that you have to set your prices exactly like theirs, but you want to be able to know what your competition is doing. In addition to that, you want to be aware of the market area in which you're selling your product in. So for example, if your market is such a market in which you can maybe go a little bit higher than what you were thinking, then go ahead and put an extra dollars in there. Or if your market area is a little bit lower, then you may want to lower your prices. But again, you can't think of doing any of that until you do the research, especially when you are working within a budget, because you don't want to undercut yourself and you don't want to price yourself so high that you miss out on sales that you could have done if you just lowered it just a few dollars. So important, whether you're on a budget or not, know your worth. Okay, y'all. We talked about narrowing your focus. We talked about knowing your worth. Now it's time to talk about promoting your brand. Because now that you know exactly what you're going to sell, now that you know exactly how much you're worth, it's now time to get your name out there and let everybody know what you're selling. So you need to promote yourself, promote your brand. Now, advertising can get a little expensive, but you can do it on a budget by utilizing free platforms like this one. YouTube is a great way for you to get your items out there and showcase what you are trying to sell or the services that you're providing. But YouTube is not the only platform that you can do that on. There's Facebook, there's Instagram, there's Twitter. There are many other free social media platforms in which you can showcase the items that you're selling or the services that you're providing. Now, also, don't forget word of mouth. Word of mouth is the best form of advertisement ever. So make sure that when you're producing your product that is of quality, that is wonderfully made, that is nicely packaged, and that your customer service is nice, friendly, and warm, so that everybody can share how great of a time that they had when they did the sell, how great of that product was when they unpackaged it, how timely it was when they ordered it from you, and how they got it, and it was everything that they wanted to do. It's same as with your service. Make sure that if you are doing a workshop or you're teaching a class, that you're doing everything that will allow for people to want to take the class again and tell somebody else. Because word of mouth works two ways. It can help you boost you up high, or it can shrivel you down if the services is not good. So definitely make sure that you remember that you want to definitely provide a good product and great customer service. Now, once your brand is out there and people are knocking down your doors to purchase that product that you're selling, or they want you to hold more workshops, now it's time for you to look at possibly selling that product on maybe an online site where they have a store, so a storefront online, or you can even look to having your own website where you can have your own online store where you can now begin to sell your items. Well, I truly hope this video was helpful for you as you start your own crafting business on a budget. I truly wish you all of the success in the world, wishing you many sales and many returning clients. I'll see you in the next one, and subscribe for more.